So I'm doing something different, something that I've never done since I've been doing videos. I've actually been on YouTube. I've had this YouTube channel since I want to say 2017, right? And I have never went live, not even once. But I want to do a more drawn out video, so I feel like that the only way to do that would be to go live because I just don't have that kind of space on my phone or computer to make a long drawn out video. I don't want this to be long drawn out either, but I know that I'm going to need a significant amount of time to cover what I want to cover. So here we go. Basically, this is the truth about trucking or slash obtaining your Cdl-A license. So a little short bio of myself. I've done about 12 or 13 years in law enforcement. If you want to combine all of everything related together, you have about 12 or 13 years of law enforcement. Also have security. I've done security for many years. Military. If you tag all that together, I've probably done 20 years of this stuff. So it just so happened I decided to take a shift and kind of go left and get into trucking. Never had a desire to get into it. Didn't know anything about it. I'm not going to act like I know a lot about it now, other than what I've actually experienced on my own. So I'm going to tell you, well, before I even get deep into it, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and also check out my prior videos. I suggest go all the way to the beginning and find my first video because I don't just deal with one particular subject. I kind of give you a variety, versatility of different subjects and just things in life. I just talk about a lot of things. I haven't done this in a long time. I just haven't had the time. I have not even been motivated. I got to say that. I have not been motivated to do this. But all of a sudden now, for whatever reason, I decided to come out of the shadows and help out. So you're thinking about getting your Cdl-A. You don't know which way to go about doing it. You don't even know if it might be the right thing for you to do, right? So let me piece together as much stuff as I can to help you not make the wrong mistakes. I've watched many videos where most of the video is people complaining about not making enough money in the beginning or not making enough money, period. And then, or in the opposite, you'll hear people saying things like, well, I make all this money, showing off their paychecks and all the stuff like that. And they'll tell you all this good stuff, but they won't tell you what company they work for. And not saying they have to. They really don't have to tell you what company they work for. But don't make it like, don't give this big facade like as if once you step in the door in trucking, all of a sudden now you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to be a six-figure person. It doesn't work like that. I have a cousin who has 15 trucks and he's an owner operator. I asked him for help. I asked him how to get into the industry. What should I do? He tells me I can't help you. How can't you help me? You got 15 trucks. You must know what you're doing. Nobody just steps off a ledge and doesn't know exactly what they're doing to have some sort of idea of what they want to do. So he gave me a little bit of edge on what to do, but not really. Hey, Danny, how you doing? Rob, how you doing? So basically, I had to kind of find out on my own because I know that coming out the gate, I can't be an owner operator like Danny down there. You got to learn the game. You can't come from 0 to 100. When I went into law enforcement, I already knew how to shoot a gun. I was in decent shape. I wasn't in my military shape, but I was in good enough shape to do that job. So I didn't take that and say, well, now I'm some sort of master now. I allowed myself to be teachable, coachable, and still able to learn, which you should be in your entire life, not just for a moment. When you start knowing it all, then you are God. I gotta say that. When you think you know it all, when you know it all, you gotta be God then. I know I don't know it all. And as long as I'm on this earth, as long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna learn. It's always something to learn from someone. So back to what I'm saying with the CDL, right? So you go to CDL school, you get your CDL. Keep in mind, CDL school does not teach you particularly how to drive. If you couldn't drive a car that well, you're probably not gonna really drive a truck that well. At least not in the beginning. You gotta learn. But their main focus is not to teach you really how to drive. They're here to sprinkle a little bit. Let's sprinkle a little bit on you, let you learn some things. But their main focus in CDL school is to get you graduated and get you with your CDL license. After that, their portion of the job is done. Exactly. Exactly, Danny. That's all they teach you, just to get that license. The school I went to, I'm not even going to mention them. They're a great school, though. Don't get me wrong. The school I went to, they have like a 90-something% passing rate. How is that, right? Well, the reason being is they focus, just what Danny's saying down there, they only focus on getting you to pass that test. They almost make you a robot almost. When I went to take my CDL test, I got tested by the owner of the school. I don't know why, but whatever reason, he tested me. And I was nervous as hell. 'Cause I'm like, why did he pick me to test? He could have tested anybody. He could have sent anybody to come test me. But he did it himself. And I was nervous, super nervous. And the funny thing is, I worried so much about the pre-trip that my driving ability slipped a little bit. Not that I failed. I passed on the first time. But I didn't feel like I was confident like I normally am. So I did the pre-trip. I don't think I even got anything wrong in the pre-trip. He said straight up, he was like, man, you studied a mess out this pre-trip. What took you so long to come take the test? Because I waited a while. I didn't rush like everybody. There were people in my class that were trying to test out like the second week. They were trying to get up out of it. They just want to get out of school. I want to get out there. I want to get my job. And I'm like, do you know what to do? Do you feel confident that you're going to get behind basically a nuclear missile with wheels? Because you go out here and kill somebody, your career is over, amongst other things. So don't be in a rush and say, let me get out there and do what I got to do. Yeah, we all got needs and wants or whatever. I got a family. I'm married with children. And, I wanted to get out there and get everything done as quick as possible myself. But I know that I have to do it the right way. Because segueing back to law enforcement, you get out there and you pull the trigger and think that you got a good shoot on your hand, you wind up in jail for the rest of your life. So everything is calculated. You got to make the right decisions. You got to know what you're doing out here. If you don't know what you're doing, ask questions. That's something I did a lot. I do it a lot anyway if I don't know what's going on. Or even if I know what's going on, it's just to be assured of myself, to be confident. In CDL school, the instructors I had, a lot of them were like in their 70s, things like that. And the way I grew up, those are the guys usually that are knowledgeable when it comes to age or whatever like that. So I was on them. I was shaking them guys down for as much information as they would tell me. They can only tell me but so much because they just don't have the time. But I asked a lot of questions. As much as I could, I tried to get in and out of that truck and do more maneuvers as much as I could. Even to this day right now, I'm a terrible backer. I don't back the truck well. I really don't. I don't know what it is. I just don't do it well. And something else I say I messed up on is when you get out of CDL school, go straight to getting a job. Don't wait. I kind of waited because I didn't do my CDL school where you get it done in a few weeks if you're only doing the school. I actually went and did it part-time. So I still had a job and I was doing the CDL school on the weekends only. So it took me longer. So basically it took me 4 months instead of 4 weeks. But either way, whatever works for you is the way you do it. But if you can, I recommend get it done over with and then, get into the next part, what I'm about to say right now. So let's say you pass everything, got your CDL license and all that. It's not over. You're not gonna get a job. I mean, I've seen videos on here where some guys got a success story, some guys got horror stories. The success stories I heard is guys on there saying, "Oh yeah, I came right out of CDL school and landed a local job. I came right out of CDL school and landed a regional job. I'm home every night. I'm home every week." You know, those things. Don't go OTR. You hear all of this stuff. It'll bust your head open trying to listen to all these guys' videos that's on here. But you got to find out what works for yourself. I know OTR don't really work for me, but guess what? I got to do it to get the experience to be able to get the job that I want. I have all endorsements. I can even drive buses, but I don't have enough experience. So that led me to having to go to, again, more training. Because like I said, they don't tell you this in CDL school. They just help you pass. Their mission is to get you to get that license, and you're out of their hair. Another thing, the loan. If you don't have any money, and let's say your state does not offer a grant to pay for your CDL school, you're going to have to come up off of some of that money and pay for your loan. Unless you go the route of saying you go with one of these, I'm not even going to name any names, one of these mega carriers that will allow you to, if they say they'll hire you, but they'll pay for your CDL and offer you a job placement. That is a double-edged sword, because sometimes when they say they're going to pay for your CDL school, your loan or whatever, not even loan, it's pay for your CDL school, they'll tell you something like, well, you got to do a year with us, make you sign a contract. And that could be a bad or a good thing, depending on the situation. I know like this, I don't want any reins on me like that. And, if I'm really not feeling where I'm at and I want to move, I want to be able to move. I don't want to have it where, like, I'm stuck with these guys because I signed a blood contract to them and this is what it is. I don't think that's a good deal. But you got to understand also the reason why these companies are billion-dollar companies, because they know how to move money right. It is what it is. They're not about to go out of business for you. You think they're going to put you up in a 5-star hotel, solo room, and give you a filet mignon every night? No, they're not doing that. They're going to put you in a raggediest hotel they can find, stick you with somebody you don't know, hope to God you guys get along, and then after that, they're going to stick you in the truck to go over the road with somebody else that you hopefully get along with. You want to find, I guess, the least amount of time to be with that trainer if unless you need more time. Some schools offer maybe a week with the trainer or 2 weeks with the trainer. You got a week or two in class. But, you're on that top bunk. So basically you turn to little brother again. You got to climb up on the top bunk of somebody's truck and be sleeping up there, whatever like that. You're doing most of the driving, which is not a good thing. Not a bad thing. That's a great thing. You want to learn the truck. You want to learn how to drive, because basically that's what, when you go to one of these jobs that offer experience, offer training, that's now how you're now learning about the truck. You didn't learn that much in the CDL school, but when you get one of these jobs, like one of these mega carriers or somewhere that's offering the training, they will now teach you how to actually be a truck driver. I recommend getting as many endorsements as possible. Get them all if you can. If you can, get all of them. And the reason why I'm saying get all of them is the more dangerous, the more valuable you make yourself, the better. And just being able to just drive a drive-in truck or a reefer or whatever, well, actually, that doesn't, only regular trucks. Like, say you can't do doubles and triples, or you can't do hazmat. It doesn't mean you're not going to get a job, but it can help you having those things. Somebody might hire you just because you had those things. Even a TWIC card. TWIC card will help you out with getting an intermodal job, things like that, or having any sort of job that requires a TWIC card. I have all these things that I mentioned to you. I have everything. I'm building my experience because that's something I didn't have. Now, I can't say I messed up because that was nothing to do with me. It was nothing on my part. I landed a job with a company before. This was several months after I got my CDL. And they basically put me out there, handed me my tablet, and said, okay, pick this, take this load down to South Carolina, drop that load, bring the empty load back, and park up, and that's your whole day. Now, I was scheduled to do that from Sunday through Thursday. And I thought it was great. Actually, it was great because remember, I had no experience, nothing. Everything was all good. I thought this was going to be my job. It just so happened they canceled the contract. Not nothing to do with me, but between the company and whoever the shipper or carrier was. They canceled the contract. So there goes my job. And I didn't get a chance to get enough experience with them to say, okay, I go somewhere else and now land a better job. As a matter of fact, they didn't even put it on my DAC report. So it's almost like I have no history of even doing that job. So that was one little bang in my rise to being CDL truck driver. Now, I ran to an owner operator one time, like yourself, Danny. He offered me a job. I met him actually at the DMV when I was doing security then. And he seen I was getting all my endorsements and stuff like that. And he actually was moving to another state, but he wanted to leave the truck there and still run that route that he had. And he asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, yeah. But out of fear, I didn't take it. And the reason why I'm saying fear is because I was like, what if I take this job with him and he doesn't actually report and record every, me working there with him? Because he's no operator. I'm figuring like, if he wants to, he could just have me working like a slave and never report that I even worked. I don't know. So I was skeptical of it. I didn't do it. And another thing, a big thing I just left out. Don't get a automatic restriction on your license. I know 9 out of 10 of the trucks today are automatics, but trust me, there are still great companies out here that's paying good money that will not hire you because you have a restriction. You don't want to have a restriction on your license. Make sure you have where you can drive anything and try to get all your endorsements. A good example that I could say is a good example I got from CDL school. One instructor said, what if you're out on the road in the middle of nowhere and your automatic breaks down and all they have as far as another truck to give you while that one's being serviced is a manual transmission truck? What are you going to do? You have a manual restriction on your license. You can't operate that truck. You're stuck now. Yeah, they're going to get you out of there. They're probably going to send you, they can send you an Uber or whatever, get you out of there and get you to a hotel or something. But you're going to be stuck not making money now because you're waiting for your truck that's automatic get fixed, where you could have just took that manual truck, hooked up that load, and get up out of there and make some more money. Continue to make money, basically. And when your truck is ready, it's ready. You go get it. So that stuck with me. That's why I was determined to get no restrictions, determined to get all endorsements, things like that. And that's pretty much where it is with that right there. Another thing I can give you as a tip, keep some money on hand. If you know you're going in trucking and you just starting out, although you can start at any age, you can start at 80 years old if you feel like starting in trucking. But I'm just saying there's no real age limit. No age limit, but an age requirement. You got to be at least 21. Yeah, you got to be at least 21 to go over the road and things like that. But if you're just looking to stay local, I think you could be 18 or 20 or whatever it is. But you're not going to find a job unless you got some sort of connection somewhere. Somebody's going to give you a job. But I look at it like 21 is the best age to go at it. Go at it at 21. And if you are 21 and just starting out with it, well, hell, you ain't really got much bills anyway. You're probably still living at home. Hey, I would say my suggestion, you 21 years old and you get in the trucking, go OTR. Go OTR for a year. For a whole year. Live in that truck. Don't buy nothing. Buy the bare minimum things as you can. Just basically food. That's it. Food and I wouldn't even say buy no clothes. Man, wear them same raggedy jeans and whatever you got for the year, if you can get away with it. I guarantee on anything, at the end of that year, you'll probably be able to buy anything you want cash. Your house, car, whatever you want to do. Do it. Heck, if you like it, keep going. Do another year. Whatever the case. Because the younger you started this, I would say the time would be more valuable to you because now you got time to make your mistakes and time to learn the right way of doing things. So by the time you're like near my age, you don't have to worry about trying to scrap everything all together and now figure out what to do. So the earlier you start, the better. See, like the biggest fall for me with this is that in law enforcement, yeah, you don't make a lot of money coming in, but it's still a little different because you can literally get hired and go into the academy making about, I don't know, $50,000, depending on where you're at. See, like I did it in New York, so I actually lost some money when I joined law enforcement. I was working security in Home Depot. I was making $35,000 a year. I lost $5,000 to go in law enforcement. So I started at 30. And it hurts slightly, but not really. Because like at the time I really didn't have a lot of bills. So it didn't bother me that much. But with this here, and now that I'm a grown man and, definitely got bills, family and everything else like that, telling me you're paying me, what, $600, whatever it is during training, for 3 to 4 weeks, that could hurt a little bit. But that's why I say, if you are someone maybe in my situation, it might be better to plan ahead. Maybe pay forward a few bills 1 or 2 months. So that by then, now while you're in school and actually training and everything like that, still getting your experience, it's not going to hurt as bad. Because you got stuff paid forward, and now the money you're making that's coming in pretty much can be stacked ahead. You're not worrying about it too much. Be a little better thing going on. So there's that. Let me see what else. I would say also, you don't need a whole lot of clothes and stuff. Like, even though I think it's a week or two with the trainer, I would say maybe bring like 2 pairs of jeans or something, or I like utility pants. I like cargo utility pants that had the big pockets and stuff like that. I like to have things that have pockets, so I'm not weighed down with things in my side pockets. So I usually wear stuff like that, and maybe like a hooded sweatshirt, some kind of button-up shirt, something like that, and then maybe like a bunch of t-shirts to put underneath or something like that, and keep basic colors. So even though you're kind of wearing the same thing all the time, it doesn't look that way. It doesn't look like you're wearing the same actual thing every day. You're gonna get a little dirty, so you don't want to wear your good stuff. I wouldn't wear like light colored jeans. It's gonna get dirt and film all over the stuff. Maybe a darker color pair of jeans, darker cargo pants, something like that. I have a pair of non-skid or whatever boots. Something that's gonna basically keep you from busting your behind. You need some boots. Hey, you guys out there wearing the slides and the Crocs and all that, it's on you. That's on you. That's the way you want to rock, it's on you. You guys wearing the tight jeans hanging off your behind, hey, it's on you. I'm not gonna go out here and try to debate with you about it. I don't have any sons, but if I had a son, he ain't doing none of that. If he gonna do that, he gonna do that behind my back, because there's no way in the world I would allow that. I'm gonna make sure I'll teach him the same way I got taught with that. You know, you pretty much, how I say, your appearance is indirectly the way you demand respect. So the way I'm dressed right now, no, I don't dress like this every single day, but I tend to try to dress this way when I do a video or something like that. If you look back into my first couple of videos, my first probably 20 or more videos, this is the way I did it. I just recently maybe started just dressing however, wherever, and doing videos actually, outside or whatever. I used to do everything here, home, in my banner, things like that. So, lately I've been wanting to be more unconventional, so to speak. The slides, the Crocs, you gotta look the part. You gotta look like you're serious. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I see people dressing that way, I don't take them seriously. I don't feel like I need to give them much respect either. Maybe they're trying to be cool and relax or whatever. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But unfortunately, the world is not a relaxed world. What are you gonna do in a situation, an emergency situation, and you got on Crocs or slides, and you need to get out of somewhere, run real quick somewhere, or you gotta bail out. You gotta get out of there. And there's an emergency going on. Where are you going with that stuff? And then also, those things tear up or rip or whatever like that. You don't have no footwear on, and it's raining or it's cold. What are you gonna do? Your feet's going, man. You ain't doing too much with your feet, Frost. Frost bitten or messed up, or cut up or bruised up. You ain't going too far. Wear proper footwear. I don't even mean sneakers. Wear your boots. You a truck driver. You coming in and out of a truck. It's raining, it's snowing, you're going through elements. Wear your boots. Now, if you want to put your slides on when you're inside your truck, just chilling, that's one thing. But I wouldn't be driving around with that stuff on. I don't know how I don't know how you guys do with this, doing it out there, man. Hey, more power to you. You better than me. I'm not doing it. More power to you. You truck driving content creators. Listen, if the company says they're going to fire you because of making videos in their trucks or being on your headset or whatever like that, they got policies like that, respect them, because they will fire you. They ain't playing about that. One thing no company's going to do is mess up their money for you. You is not that important or valuable. I'm sorry. You're not. I don't care. Man, some of these companies will fire their mother if they mother got out of line. You kidding me? For that money? They will do that. They're going to fire their mother for that. So you might as well do what's right. Do what they ask of you. Once I start getting with my own truck and stuff like that, I'm still going to do videos. But I'm not going to do them inside of that truck. No, sir. No. Unless they are all right with me filming, in the truck. And when the truck is completely off, I'm not working on off duty or whatever like that, and they allow it, that's one thing. But I'm not going to be doing videos showing me backing up and driving and all that just because I want to make content, which is cool. You want to make your content, but if the company shuns it, don't do it. Your job is not that expendable to just do what you want to do because you think you're going to be some kind of YouTube sensation and you're going to make all this money. Because here's the funny thing. A lot of content creators that are truck drivers, some of them, well, a lot of them, they need that job in order to create their content. So now if they lose that job, what are they going to talk about? That's why when I made my YouTube channel, I have no main focus on my channel. I don't just talk about trucks. This is my first truck video right now. I talk about all types of things. Whatever it is, whatever I feel is something that needs to be out and addressed is what I'll probably put out as a video. And I definitely went on way longer than I intended to, but I just wanted to get that important message out to guys that are out here getting their CDL. Yes, it's a great thing, but make sure you go through all the phases. I also have a passenger endorsement. I left that out. I'm not saying go get a passenger endorsement, but if you want to make sure that you have all avenues, all your T's and I's, whatever, crossed and dotted, you want to make sure you're dangerous out here, more valuable to get a job, if need be, your career. Get everything you can get. Get everything they'll give you. Get it all. Get it all. Now, down the line, if you want to eliminate stuff, you can eliminate stuff. But I recommend getting all your stuff. Get your hazmat. Get your truck, your doubles and triples. Get your passenger if need be. You might be somewhere where maybe the trucks is not doing it, or maybe it's a one-drive trucks no more. Maybe you want to get in the buses. Maybe you want to drive Greyhound. Maybe you want to work for a city bus or something. At least if you have that endorsement, now you can do that. So I recommend it. I recommend get it all. Get it all. Make yourself as much as marketable and as valuable as possible. I think I've covered just about everything I could think of. If you got any questions, reach out to me in the comments. Go on my bio. You can actually send me an email as well. And I'm here. I have no problem sharing what I know with anybody. And I'm not saying I'm a guru. I'm not saying I'm some sort of expert. I'm new in the game. I'm new in the game probably just like you watching it. Well, not everybody, but I'm new in the game. I'm new in the game. But as I learn, I'm spreading the knowledge. Have no reason to try to handcuff everything to myself, because what is it really doing for me? If I'm making $1 billion a year and I can't help you how to make 10,000, well, damn. Is $10,000 hurting a billionaire? A billionaire throw $10,000 in the literal street. That's how much 10,000 means to a billionaire. So I'm not holding back any sort of information that I may know that I can help somebody with. Let me know. And if I can answer you, I can answer you. If I can't, I can't. Thanks for watching. If you've been watching this long, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody about the channel. Peace.